Had to pause for the ominous thunderclap there. Hello everybody, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Full Throttle Remastered. Well, last time you'll remember, we beat up a bunch of bikers in record time, and have made our way to Corleyville, where the shareholders' meeting has been put on hold until the murderers of Malcolm Corley have been brought to justice. And we know that Maureen and the Vulture gang are in their hideout close by, but we can't get to them just yet. In fact,
I'm practically giving this loot away. What's a couple of bucks in exchange for a timeless memento?
In fact, the only place we can't
These
get to
souvenirs
is
all
this
have an
cheesy
expected
stadium.
appreciation rate of 300% per year. Don't crowd, everybody. There's enough for...
That should put some life into it.
Sure. Take it for a spin. Just don't go out of range. That's right, official Corley Motors Smashatorium souvenirs. Don't go away empty-handed. Come on, give me a...
Can't reach it.
Don't be a chick.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk to Horace a little bit first.
What can I get you?
Why all the lights down here?
We got a demolition derby tonight. First prize is a vintage Corley hardtail, completely restored by the old man himself. Yep.
What's this big arena doing way out here?
Corley built the Smashatorium so his employees could have some wholesome entertainment nearby. He sure took care of his employees. I got no idea what's going to happen to us now that he's gone.
I'm looking for a good souvenir.
Well, good souvenirs is all I got. What can I fix you up with?
Bunnies, and plenty of them.
You want bunnies? I got you bunnies. How much you got on you?
Can I just take them out for a test drive?
I think you may not be ready for the kind of commitment that comes with a Corley Bunny value pack. Sorry, son.
Those shirts come in extra large?
No, but they're pre-shrunk.
No thanks. Something small, furry, and yellow.
Sorry, this is the only set of teeth I got. Dang, there goes another one.
How about that little car there?
It's small, but it's not cheap, my friend. You better just take it for a test drive to make sure.
What do those pennants say on them?
Can't beat a Corley, they say. Kind of ironic, actually, considering how he died. Still, look great on your bedroom wall.
No walls. My bike is my home.
We could set you up with a little pole so you could make a flag, you know, for your back seat.
I'll think about it.
Do you actually have any money?
As much as I need. Seen any vultures around here?
Nah, we don't have much of a vulture problem here, even though their hideout is right up the road. They stay pretty much locked up in there. Not very social.
What's in the hat?
I don't know. Came filled with it. Probably some sort of packing material. Packs a punch, I'll tell you that much. Looky here. Nothing personal, but why don't you mosey along and stop scaring away all the other customers, all right?
Just clearing my throat.
All right then.
What's a couple of bucks in exchange for a timeless memento? Sure. Take it for a spin. Just don't go out of range.
Well, now that it's hyped up...
Okay, that's far enough, bud. Let's bring her back now. Hey, don't go in there. Now look what you did. The entrance is all the way through the factory. Hang on, little buddy. Daddy's coming.
Now it's just me and the bunnies.
If this were a Deadpool game, I'd be very worried by that statement. It's not a Deadpool game, and I'm still worried by that statement. And you remember from part 3 what we did before. You know what we're going to do now. Except not quite. Because this is another one of the bits of the game where you think you know what you're supposed to do, and you know what you're supposed to do, but the game is going to trick you.
Replanted. Tidy little vultures.
So we dump out the box of bunnies, and you think you wait for them to clear a path across the field. And you can do that.
Don't think so.
Kill the wabbit. Dun, 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 dun. But we want to pick them up before they all explode.
I don't want to set off any of these boys.
So we're going to let them loose one at a time. Kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit, kill the wabbit.
No.
So that lets us walk a little further into no man's land.
No. I hate surprises.
That one didn't get too far.
I don't want to set off any of these.
That's the guy I was telling you about, Susie.
You sure?
Yeah, that's the guy who killed my father.
All right, vultures, rack 'em up.
Mom?
Let's rip him quick.
Listen, Mo. You're making a big mistake.
Oh, Ben, you're right. We shouldn't do this quickly. We should draw this out, don't you think, Susie?
Hey, I got all night. You heard her, kids. Let's draw this out.
Your father.
Don't you dare talk about my father, you heartless bastard.
Okay, yeah, most of our conversation options involve mentioning her dad, so that's not going to help us. You can't actually get killed here. This is a Lucasfilm game, obviously. Or LucasArts, sorry, but,
I'm losing my temper, Marine.
And you're about to lose much more.
Let me go, or else...
Or else what?
well, our gang's in jail. We can't really tear the place apart. Threatening to bleed on her isn't going to help much, but, oddly enough, this is the right answer.
I'll call you names.
Ooh, like what?
Remember what her dad said her nickname was?
Diaper Dynamo.
How? How'd you hear that name?
Your father. He told me just before he died.
You bludgeoned my father and then talked about old times?
I didn't kill him. Ripburger did. A photographer took pictures, but her camera was stolen by the same thug that came after you.
I still have that roll.
Well, develop it, would you? While I still fit in my clothes?
Okay, you stay here.
Hey.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, don't sweat it.
I'm gonna get Ripburger even if I die trying.
No, we have to expose Ripburger at the shareholders meeting. That way, we take him down, we save my gang, and your father gets his dying wish. You take over Corley Motors.
Ripburger canceled the shareholders meeting. He made a statement to the press that there'd be no meeting until the murderers were brought to justice.
So, no shareholders meeting until we're both dead?
That could be arranged.
Okay, so here we go. Faking Ben and Maureen's death. Act 1, Scene 1. Adrian Ripburger, in a desperate attempt to lure our Maureen out of hiding, has developed the following lame-ass scheme. First prize at tonight's smash-up derby is a vintage hardtail that Mo restored with her dad. Rip hopes Mo will try to nab said bike on account of her sentimental attachment to it. So Ben and Mo play along, put on disguises, and enter the demolition derby, which ends tragically when their cars explode and both are presumed dead.
Question.
Please save your questions until the end. Now, the explosives in Mo's car can only be triggered by a head-on collision with Ben's car. This ejector seat projects Mo clear of the explosion, and she parachutes to safety.
Don't you think someone will notice her ejecting out of her car?
No, they'll all be watching you running around on fire.
Yeah, that's another question I have.
When your car explodes, you climb from it in flames and run around the stadium distracting the audience. In your cute little asbestos suit, of course.
That's some plan.
All right, then. Let's go blow you little darlings up.
All right, folks. Hang on to your chili dogs, cause it's time to start. The Corley Motors Smashatorium Amateur Driver Ultimate Destruction Maximum Carnage Marathon. Let's meet our crash cage gladiators. That mysterious-looking hooded figure wouldn't give us his real name. He prefers to be known as the Unknown Avenger. And that's just fine with us, isn't it, folks?
Oh, now I'm just embarrassed for them. Who do they think they're fooling with those ludicrous disguises?
And next to him is another masked newcomer. Please give a big Smashatorium salute to the Princess of Pile-Up, Doreen Schmorley.
She's not in a mask.
All right, boys. Sick 'em.
And finally, we have a last-minute addition to the lineup tonight. A deadly-looking team known as the Boom Boom Brothers.
Try it again now, bicycle.
All right now, are you ready to see some reckless driving? Are you ready to see some unnecessarily violent destruction?
Yeah!
Let the Demolition Derby begin.
Where are you, Ben?
Hang on, Mo. Here I come.
Okay. Now you can use the mouse to steer the car around, but it's easier to use the keys to turn around. Left to accelerate, right to go backward. Now the blue car is keeping Mo and the yellow car trapped in the corner. And Mo's just gonna...
What are you doing? Get over here and nail me.
And Mo's just gonna keep going in circles.
Watch out for the Boom Boom Brothers, Mo.
So unfortunately, we can't really count on her to help much. And the green car doesn't do anything except try and keep us from getting on the ramp. And the gold car just kind of schleps around the middle. So the trick here, and it takes forever to figure this out, is you have to dodge the green car.
That car stalled when I bounced off the roof. Looks like these babies have a glass jaw.
So now... slowly nudge this to the other ramp.
Can't avoid these other cars forever.
Do a barrel roll! And we have to slowly push it up the ramp too.
Okay, Boom Boom Brothers. It's all over.
get him. What are you doing? Are you taking a nap? Idiots.
Okay, Mo. Time for our big finale.
Do it!
Now that's an explosion, ladies and gentlemen. Can't see any survivors. Wait, what's that? It's the unknown Avenger, and he's on fire! Let's give him a hand, folks. That looks painful. We really should put him out right away, but what a show, huh?
Okay,
Well, we should put him out, don't you think? Well, okay, you heard him, Avenger.
Ben, quit clowning around and make a diversion.
I am a diversion.
No offense, but we need a bigger one. The bike is guarded.
Who cares about the bike?
Mo says it's important, so we're not leaving without it.
All right, I'll see what I can do, but I'm burning at both ends here.
Ben, you gotta make a big diversion.
I'm
We
trying.
ain't leaving without that bike.
I'm trying to run along the whole fuel line.
He's still going.
Ben, you gotta make a big diversion.
I
We
am
ain't
trying.
leaving without that bike.
Okay, let's try running to this
Still
part.
no sign of Ms. Morley. Well, folks, it looks like the party's getting a little out of hand. The stadium seems to be catching fire, but let's all remain calm and... Yeah, you're right. The derby's over. Run for your lives!
Finally. Now, squish that firefly while he's hot.
Look at him run.
And another classic LucasArts reference here. You got Max from Sam and Max on the logo there, the skull and crossbones. Now this is another sequence that can be annoying because you have to run to that exit there, but they'll chase you up before you can do it. So what we have to do is wait until they're ramming the car, jump on it, and we can't just hop off and run into it. We have to wait until we can get off the car and run for the fire. Of course, logically, they should have hit us right then. But thank goodness for the game lazy coding, alright? Run for the fire before they try and hit us, and...
What happened? Did you get him?
We finally got him, Bolus. That means Ripburger has to make us vice presidents now, like he promised, and give us 10,000 shares of stock each. Funny smell. What's that? The temperature light?
Well, on the bright side, I just made 20,000 shares of stock. Time to start the shareholders meeting.
Where's the hardtail?
All over the floor, Mr. Avenger.
What? What happened to your deep sentimental attachment to your father's vintage bike?
Ben, it's just a bike. I can put it back together in about a half an hour. That's assuming, of course, I can find that key.
What key are you talking about?
Key to my dad's safe. I remember he hid it somewhere on this bike, but I've looked everywhere and I can't find anything that even looks like a key.
What's in the safe that's so important?
My dad's will. I'm counting on him to tell the truth about me, finally.
Why did he keep you a secret all these years?
He didn't want people to find out about my mom.
What's so bad about Mrs. Corley?
She wasn't my mom.
Huh. But how are we going to get in the factory?
In the back of the factory, there's a secret entrance that leads straight into Dad's office. He used to sneak me in so I could help him with his bike designs.
When he got too old to do all the work himself?
Nah, this is back when I was 6.
How was your flight?
Well, there were some explosions during takeoff, and I landed in a minefield. But other than that, it was fine.
I'm fine, by the way. Thanks for asking.
Great, now help me find that key.
What are we in, anyway?
It's a C-330 Big Mouth industrial cargo jumbo transport we fixed up. We want to get it rolling so we can take it to biker rallies.
You're going to try to fly this thing?
Rolling, Ben. Rolling. This baby's flying days are over, just like mine.
Remember that time you tried to kill me?
Yeah, we really taught you a lesson. Get it?
You have a sick sense of humor, Rain. I find that really hot.
How do I find the secret passage?
Well, it's tricky. You have to wait for all the utility meters to turn black. Then you kick the wall in just the right spot, and you're in.
How do I find the right spot to kick?
Dad just knew exactly where to kick it. But I remember that there was this big crack in the wall, and if I lined up that crack with my eye level and kicked the wall right in front of me, this weird portal would open up.
What if I can't find that spot?
Just line up your eyes with the crack, wait for the meters to go black, and kick.
That kicking part is pretty vague.
Look, I was only 6. Give me a break.
I'll never find that secret passage.
Hey, Ben, can't you see I'm busy? If I could find the spot to kick when I was only 6, I'm sure you can find it on your own.
I'll see what I can do.
Right.
And yeah, the hints that she's dropping you, this is one of the more infuriating puzzles in the game. Because you're meant to get some help, and I'll talk more about it once we get there, but first we do have to find the key. Because the trick is that the key is not a physical key, but a code. And you see we've got all of these numbers on the parts here. Got 1L478. I've already got them all written down because you do take all of them, and then it's a matter of trial and error.
Here, take the photos. I don't want them. Show them to someone important if you get a chance.
But yeah, this is the wall with the secret passageway.
Well, this must be Mo's wall. Don't see anything special about it, except for that crack she mentioned.
Yeah, the thing is that this wall is mostly all crack. And if you go by the whole thing about her saying it's eye level, that doesn't really help much because you have to remember she was 6 when she was using this, so her eye level would be much shorter than 6'6" Ben here. So the trick is trying to guesstimate at which point in the wall the crack would be about the height of a 6-year-old's eye level, and then trying that one once it all goes black like it does there. So it ultimately comes down to trial and error, trying every little stone spot on the wall. They do highlight it a little more in this edition, I think. And yeah, a little more pixelated there. But here we are in Malcolm Crowley's office, or Corley's office. Sorry, I got Mr. Crowley in my head for some reason, but easy enough. There's a floor safe, and if we look at the numbers that we were given, some of them have letters, but the safe here has a number lock, so we can eliminate the 2 combinations that have letters in them. There's no place for dashes, so we can eliminate the one that has the dash. And it's 6 digits, and of the 2 codes we have, only one has 6 digits. So that leaves us with 1, 5, 4, 4, 9, 2.
There's some sort of card. A tape. I sure hope that's Corley's will.
And as long as we're in here, enjoy the decor.
Look at that stadium burn. That's gonna take a bite out of the pension fund. Shatterproof. Very austere. No drawers. Now, that's art.
And we got the neat little angel skeleton effect here, which might have been foreshadowing of Grim Fandango, the next Tim Schafer game that came out after this one. And it's also somewhat reminiscent of the imagery from Brutal Legend, which he also made years later, another biker-themed game set in a post-apocalyptic, futuristic land of sorts. But we're going to go ahead and stop here, because this is a good place to do so, and next time we will see the thrilling conclusion of Full Throttle. We'll see you next time.